Hello, welcome to Anime Mystics. I'm Roman, and tonight I am watching The Seven Deadly Sins, Season 2, Episode 14. I had to look at the episode. um, so last episode, Elaine, as we saw from episode 12, found her way to Ban, and was trying to kill Jericho because she was spending time with Ban, and the ability that was used to bring these dead spirits back goes off of their regrets and sorrows and stuff like that. So hers was mainly that she couldn't be with Ban, and she was mad that all these people were spending time with him when she couldn't. So that's what it was drawing out of her. So she was trying to kill Jericho. When he stood up for her, she got mad at him and attacked him. So Jericho attacked her and basically just had her pinned to the ground, kind of explaining how weak her love is for Ban because she's allowing this ability to control her, and confessing that she loves Ban and she would never do anything to hurt him. But no matter what, she already knows that he's never going to look like at her that way. So, it hurts. It got worked out, and she collapsed, Elaine, because, it's going off of the sorrows and regrets and stuff of the people that died, and seeing as how she's not really feeling that anymore as much, it's making her weaker. And once she stops regretting it, she'll just die again. We learned this from the other Ten Commandment, the one that is using this ability. I cannot remember her name. But she explained it, and then Galen decided to fight with Ban, who then used his ability to draw the power out of his opponents. And he was basically beating Galen. He was more powerful because he was drawing out his energy. So he was weakened. And Ban was more powerful. The other Ten Commandment, again, whose name I don't remember, asked, why aren't you drawing out even more power and just finish him off? And she's like, it's probably because you can't. You've got a limit to how much power you can take, so you've reached it, and you can't do anything now. You can't finish him off. And then she, gets him trapped into, this black sphere, and starts explaining what her ability is, not the one that brought the dead back to life, but kind of like how Gowland is known as the truth, she's known as the faith. Those who do not... who basically lose their faith in what they believe in or the person that they love or anything like that, their eyes burn out. But that didn't happen with Ban. And I think even if it did, his eyes would have just grown back. He's immortal, so I don't know. But she explains that because he didn't do that. He didn't have any doubts about Elaine, even though she was trying to kill him and kill Jericho. He never doubted her, that his soul is pure. And then she tries to steal his soul. In fact, she does remove his soul from his body. And Gowland actually tries to eat it. And we see that we think he eats his soul because he's got one and he puts it in his mouth and eats it. And then Ban comes back, uses one of his abilities that rips out the hearts of the two Ten Commandments, and then he cuts them in half, and then he grabs Jericho and Elaine and he runs off. And then they're confused because they don't know how he's still alive since he ate his soul. We find out later that Zhivago switched places with Ban to allow him to live. However, I do not understand how they did not notice this. I mean, there were two souls, but you didn't notice that one of them just came out of nowhere and that you ate the wrong one. But whatever. Maybe they were just so like close together that they looked the same, and then he wasn't really paying too much attention, ate the wrong soul, and that gave Ban enough time to get away while they were arguing. So I basically just came up with a reason why he wouldn't have been able to see it, so it's fine now. And then he passes out because he's basically, his body is tired from using all that power. Elaine is out because she's dying again because she's feeling less regret and stuff about what's going on. So it's up to Jericho to try to get them away. So she's got them both on her back and carrying them off. Then we see oh god, what is his name? Not Hendrickson. Let me see something. Okay, gotta look this up. There we go. Namatsu no Taizan. What is his name? What is his name? Dreyfus. Okay. They show Dreyfus in this town. And this woman shows up and takes him off somewhere and kind of gives him a kiss on the cheek. And he remembers her. He knows who she is after she takes her hood off because she's wearing like a cloak with a hood. And she takes the hood off. And he recognizes her. She kind of explains what's going on, but not fully. And then he realizes that he cannot attack her because he tries to punch her and he ends up punching himself and kind of getting upset at himself because he was going to attack her. Apparently her ability allows her to work off of their affection. So when she kissed him on the cheek, he got a little bit of a affection for her. So it keeps them from disobeying her. And then her partner showed up and shot him with a bunch of arrows. One got by and hit the girl, sort of, kind of scraped her a bit. But Dreyfus couldn't use any of his magic. The guy explains that his arrows are made to... basically, whenever you're hit with them, you have to use more magic than you would normally have to use for your abilities. And with the amount of arrows he was hit with, he would need 5 times more magic than he has needed to use for any ability to use them now. And he mentions, well, if you think I need my magic in order to beat you, then you're mistaken. And just tries to attack him, and then another guy shows up, blocks the attack, and then he fights with him for a little bit, but ends up losing. And now they're taking him off somewhere. So I guess we'll find out what's going on with him this episode. Or maybe even next episode. I don't know. And we'll just probably see what's going on with Ban and Jericho and Elaine. But anyway. 1 second. Let me start this again. There we go. Alright. So, see what's going on with this episode. Video is going to be located over here. Yeah, okay. And the link to the reaction is going to be in the description down below. Get in a good position here. Okay. And we're going to start this episode in 3, 2, 1.